Yo, what's up? You're tuned in to JBZ Media, the podcast where real stories take center stage. I'm your host, JBZ, and around here, we dive deep into the things that matter, from crazy life experiences and wild perspectives to raw and filtered conversations with people you need to hear from. This ain't your regular podcast. It's a journey, a vibe, and a platform for stories that hit different. So if you are into content that inspires, surprises, and sticks with you, hit that subscribe. Turn on those notifications, and let's get busy. Yo, what's up? I'm Jay Busy, a podcaster from Jay Busy Media in Houston, Texas. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very grateful. I'm pleased to be joined today by a valued friend who I've known for a considerable amount of time. Will you be so kind as to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Erin. Job and I have been friends and coworkers for several years in different hospital environments. I'm here today because he wants to talk about all the taboo and controversial topics, and I'm here for it. I think that in social media we only portray the highlight reel of our lives, and so we're ready to talk about some real stuff and examine the darker side of relationships, life in general, and social media use.
Yeah. So recently, many people on social media, myself included, observed the viral scandal involving the Astronomer CEO and allegations of infidelity. This has inspired us to explore a potentially controversial topic: cheating in relationships and whether traditional marriage has evolved into something of a fantasy.
Well, here's why this scandal matters, Job.
Yes.
We live in a culture that downplays cheating as normal, harmless, and non destructive to the families and partners involved. Everyone's doing it, right?
Uh,
Andy Byron just fumbled his career making $500,000 a year, devastated his family, and tarnished his public image for a woman that also just purchased a $2 million home with her husband in the past
hold
few
your thought.
months.
Hold your thought. To my YouTube audience, words cannot fully express my gratitude. I sincerely appreciate your continued likes, shares, and subscriptions. We have much more entertaining and educational contents prepared for you. This one looks like it's gonna go down. Let's do it. Continue.
So the reality is,
Yeah.
too many marriages and relationships today are just stability partnerships, not built on divine purpose or committed union, real love, loyalty, or even respect. People cheat and go home to their loving and unsuspecting partners like it's nothing, both men and women. People are searching for the thrill of experiencing something forbidden without having to endure the consequences. They want fantasy without responsibility. They want the benefits of sacred partnership without having the integrity required to maintain it.
All right, so you got it. What is considered cheating?
There's the question of, is it emotional? Is it just the act of physical? In recent years, they're talking about financial infidelity in relationships also. I think, to me, what defines cheating is you behaving in any way or taking any action behind your partner's back that you would not want them to be aware of in front of their face. Period.
Okay. So, do you think a relationship can truly ever be repaired after a person makes the decision to break the trust within their relationship?
I do. I think that for some people that is possible. I think that really requires a lot of work on both parties, by both parties. Like, the cheater has to admit the wrongdoing, they have to make amends for that wrongdoing and change their behaviors and offer a level of transparency going forward that might make them uncomfortable. And they have to sit and witness the pain of the partner. And then, in relationships, when cheating occurs, a lot of people, I might get heat for this, but I think that, it's not just necessarily the cheater's fault. I think both people play a role, and the relationship kind of goes sideways and experiences some sort of a disconnection. So I think it's also really helpful for the person who was cheated on to, kind of examine, what role might I have played in this that kind of contributed to this dynamic also. Like, I think that that's only fair because there are two people in a relationship, and if, I don't know, relationships these days, I think that we put a lot of expectations on a partner where we expect them to be everything for us, and we don't look to have some of our other needs filled by friends, family members, social contacts. And there's
Is that both ways?
yeah.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of pressure for one person to be everything to someone. And then when you don't fulfill that expectation or that ideal, people, feel entitled to go find what they want outside of the parameters of that relationship.
Okay. Do you think the cheater considers the effect it might have on their family, kids?
I think that, like I said before, people feel entitled to having what they think they want. And I think that a lot of that is impulsive. I don't know the statistics on if they, evaluate, their choices before they act. But I will say that, like, these days, I don't think that cheating is where you go out and find somebody in a bar and just hook up with them on a random night. With all of the new apps and social media access to other people, I think that you take intentional actions that build up over time and lead to the event. And then it's like death by a million paper cuts to that relationship. Like, it just builds and builds, and you keep pursuing this like line of action that leads to the event of cheating. So I think they consider the partner. I think that cheating is a selfish act. It is, I think I deserve this because you are not giving this to me. I don't think that they consider the impact it will have on that person or their family that they've created, or even, the extended family, or people involved in your lives, your friend group, all of those things. Like, I don't think that people consider those things because they want what they want, and they don't really care about the fallout in that moment.
Okay. Yeah, I know you touched a little bit of what my question was coming, my next question. Okay, so, but I'm still going to ask it anyway. What do you think contributes to partners making decision to cheat?
Well, I was kind of doing some research on this because we created a script that we're loosely going off of, right? And the Googler said that common motivations for cheating include self-esteem issues, lack of love, general unhappiness with a person's life, and sexual dissatisfaction. Emotional detachment and convenient situations also play significant roles in infidelity. And many affairs occur with friends or coworkers because of access to those people on a regular basis.
On a regular basis. Oh, because sometimes we work like long hours, and you don't spend much time with your family at home. So people you interact with at work, it might be me being a man, could be like a woman that you see on a daily basis. You talk all the time, whatever, at work. That interaction will turn up to something. Yeah, go deeper, right?
Right.
So pretty much that's what you.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think that, I don't know, working in healthcare, we don't have as like rigid rules or like an environment as maybe being in an office cubicle. Like, we're much more interactive and personable with each other, and we know a lot about each other's lives. We're vulnerable with each other to a certain extent, and I mean, I think that is bound to happen in certain circumstances like that.
So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Astronomer CEO cheating scandal that went viral on social media? I just wanted to.
Well, I think it's a shame, number one, because both parties that were involved in the cheating scandal had a lot to lose. I think that truly it was very bold of them to go out in public like that, where the chance of them being exposed was higher than, normal if they, were at hotels or, at each other's houses or something like that. And, I think that if you are going to behave in those ways, you have to understand that there's an inherent risk that you might be exposed.
Or maybe they've been doing it for a long time, so they became too comfortable.
Yeah,
Or what do you
maybe.
think?
But I think that, it was like announced on social media that the day after the wife of the CEO found out about the cheating, she removed his last name from her social media profiles. And more recently, that she's filing from divorce. And I didn't do too much research about her, but it shows that they have 3 small children together.
Okay.
Like you have to consider, like, what will that do to those children? I mean, obviously if she's leaving him, is going to be at a financial advantage now because there's absolute proof of that infidelity all over the interwebs. But it's still devastating in an interpersonal way, So I just think it's really sad. Like, I'm not somebody who condones cheating in any way. Like, I think that my attitudes are much more conservative towards that topic as I've grown through life. But yeah, I'm an advocate of anti-cheating. Don't cheat. Like, I don't believe that that's the right action to take.
Okay. Some people think cheating is normal as long as the other don't know what happened, what's going on, whatever. So they think, as long as I'm doing it like secretly.
Right. Or in social media, there's a lot of like, even like scrolling through, like women or men just being like, well, if he's not giving you what you want, go get it, girl. Like, who cares? Like, if it hurts this person, you deserve to have what you want. I mean, I think that people should be able to have the tough conversations. If you're not getting your needs met within your relationship container with this person, address it. And then, if that person is not able to meet your needs or unwilling to meet your needs after multiple attempts and even possibly therapy to kind of mediate the issue, then leave that relationship.
Yeah.
Instead of dishonoring that person in a very violating way,
Okay. So based on the statistics, right? Who do you think cheat most, men or female?
Well,
or women?
I did look up on the Googler those statistics also. So in 2025, approximately 21% of individuals in monogamous relationships admit to cheating, with men 23% more likely to cheat than women, 19%.
Okay. Is that in relationship or just
It just
or
says
marriage?
relationships
just
generally.
Generally.
Yeah.
Oh, generally. Okay. Okay. So on your women perspective view, right? What do you think a woman wants from a man in a relationship?
I'm kind of a different person to ask about this.
I don't know why I asked you that question, but you see now, okay, yeah, I know, I know where you're heading. Okay.
I think that generally, because I partner with females, it's
Exactly.
a different perspective that I can offer.
So I can ask you both men or female.
Right.
Both, yeah, okay.
Because I identify as
both.
being more masculine.
Yeah. So both. Yeah, you tell me both.
Yeah. So I think that what women want in a relationship is stability and safety.
Stability and safety
from their partner, support.
Support.
I think that women.
When you say support, is it financially or general support?
Well, I mean,
Everything.
social media would indicate that it's financial. They want you to take them on the trips, do all the things. But I think that generally, when it comes down to it, like on the day-to-day basis, women are looking for, somebody to help shoulder the burden of, in this society, it's not just the man who works anymore. Women also work full time and take the load of caring for the children,
I agree.
maintaining the household, and all of those other things. And I think that women are looking for somebody to balance the responsibility of that with them so that they don't feel so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And to have like a true partner in life. Like, I think that that's, I don't know, in my opinion, what I think most women are looking for.
Okay. So, I don't know, but I have to ask you this. I'm sorry. Would you share your personal experiences when it comes to cheating? Tell me something. I know you have some.
Oh, for sure. I have varied experiences with cheating throughout my lifetime. My first experience with infidelity or affairs,
Yes.
I was in elementary school. I can't remember my exact age.
Yeah.
My father had an affair on my mother with one of their close friends.
They were married.
My dad and my mom were, yes.
Were married at the time. Okay.
And with one of their close female friends from church. And he actually, I only remember one instance of this, took myself, my sister, and my cousin to her house while he cheated.
How old were you?
The same age, like elementary school, like, I don't know,
Maybe
maybe
5.
third grade, something like that.
That might be like 5, 6, right? Maybe no, 5. Yeah.
Like 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
remember everything.
I mean, I just remember being there and thinking it was really weird that we were downstairs watching a movie, and we weren't paying any attention to what they were doing.
They were upstairs.
Yes, and then, it all came out, like my mom found out, and we went to counseling individually, myself and my sister. We went to counseling therapy to kind of address the issue, and then I believe my parents also went to couples counseling together. I know that it impacted my sister in a stronger way than it did me. I don't know why. I still don't really understand it. I had an easier time forgiving my father for that, though it hurt my mother in a profound way. After that, they decided to stay together. And my mom was sick for like the rest of her life after that. And
Sick, like mentally?
No. Physical. Like she had a couple of chronic debilitating illnesses, lupus and arthritis, and generally was unwell for the rest of her life. And they decided to stay together, and I witnessed my dad recommit himself to her and care for her and be in service to her and honor her for the rest of her life and never, acted in that way again. And so that is sort of a testament to why I believe that, you can heal and move forward from cheating if you choose to. But, I think that you have to do the work to be able to, have success in that.
So what was the relationship before and after?
My parents, I mean, I don't...
No, before the cheating incidents, whatever. Do you think your parents were like, they were happy being with each other, or
I mean, I thought so.
there was something going on?
But they kind of...
Why your dad had to do that?
I mean, I thought so, but I think they kind of insulated us from knowing a lot of what happened in their relationship.
They hid a lot
we didn't ever really see them fight
issues,
or scream at each other. Nobody was abusive, so it kind of seemed like it came out of the blue. So, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I think that they struggled to repair it, but they finally got to a place of like acceptance and able to move forward. And there were still probably a lot of things that we didn't see behind closed doors that led to the healing of that rupture in their relationship.
All right. So that's on your family side, right?
Right.
What about yourself?
Oh,
right?
man. So
Bring it out. Bring it on.
I mean, as far as cheating on a partner, I think there was one time when I was feeling lonely in a relationship, I kissed a friend, and I admitted that to my partner, and then I didn't have any contact with that friend after that.
You were drunk, or it was just...
Yeah, I was drinking, and I was committed to my partner after that. And then I was the partner in an affair. Years and years ago, like over a decade ago, when I was single, but that person was married, and it lasted about 3 to 4 months. And at the time, it was somebody that was very attractive, was in sort of a position of power to me. I thought she was interesting and smart and funny. She said that at that time, she believed her husband was cheating, wasn't being fulfilled in the relationship, was being neglected, ignored. And at that time, I was like, well, if he's not, like, she suggested she was possibly thinking about leaving him. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, if you're going to leave him, then yeah, let's do it. But I don't think that my actions at that time are any different than somebody who cheats on their partner. Like, looking back at it now, I wish that it hadn't happened because it's not in alignment with who I want to be as a person. So do I regret that? Absolutely.
Do you think you contributed into that relationship to be messed up? Basically, you manipulated the whole thing.
No, I don't think that her partner had any idea about the affair at all.
Okay.
And I still don't think that he does have any idea about it. I may be wrong, but they are still married,
Oh, they
from
married?
what I understand.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and we haven't had any contact since all of that was cut off, and that's been over a decade. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, I don't know how much impact that had on her marriage, but she chose to stay, and that relationship between the two of us was over. And so, yeah, I mean, I regret it just because that's not the type of person I want to be.
So
You know?
is that the only time that you have this kind of concerns?
Yeah, for me, that I've like actually participated in something like this, like that type of a relationship.
So what was your life after that? Did you get involved with another partner?
I mean, I've had multiple relationships since then, some short-term dating, some longer-term relationships. I have been cheated on twice, most recently by two people I was in a long-term relationship with.
Yeah.
One, we were together for more than half a decade. We had built a family together, I thought. I think the issue there was that I don't think she ever wanted to be with me to begin with.
Why?
You know?
What makes you think? What makes you think of that?
I think, honestly,
Yeah.
her goal in life is to be with somebody that is going to give her a level of status and wealth, and for her life to appear a certain way to other people. And
Financial wealth.
yeah, possibly.
Okay.
And I'm not somebody who ever had any desire to be a CEO or run the world or anything like that. I'm a helper. I want to serve people and love people. And I don't think have the level of ambition and status that she
I think you have
wants in a
potential
partner.
though. I've worked with you and I've seen
yeah.
your work ethics.
Definitely. But
You have a potential though.
but she never saw that in me. And I think she feels entitled to that. So I think that there were actually probably multiple instances of betrayal there.
Yeah.
But definitely at the very end of that relationship, she was involved with somebody that she worked with, and he was in a different city.
Yeah.
And I knew it was happening. I felt in my gut it was happening, and she convinced me that I was crazy. And I almost checked myself into a mental facility.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, because she convinced me that I was crazy. And the very last day, when I was moving my stuff out, I came back for the last load of all my belongings when I moved out of our shared home. At first, she was acting really upset, crying, like wanting hugs and like feeling sad about it. But towards the end of the day, when I came back for the very last load, I could tell her disposition changed, and she was rushing me out of the house. Do you want to know why? Because the guy that she apparently was not cheating with was spinning the block in his car, waiting for me to get the last of my belongings out so they could be together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah. And this is after she tried to convince me that I was crazy, and it wasn't.
So how long it took you to heal? Or you still healing?
Man. I mean,
Are you still healing or that's done?
I think, I mean, that's definitely done. That's nothing that I ever want to be involved with again. Because for me, I could never, look at a person in the face that I truly love, or sleep next to them every night, knowing that I'm behaving that way behind their back, knowing that they are trusting me, they're loyal to me, they're investing in me and a life that we're trying to build together.
Yeah.
I hope that person is happy. I have no like ill will towards them. Like I sometimes still remember fondly some of the memories that we had in our shared life together.
Yeah.
But I moved on very quickly from that relationship into another one where that person also cheated. So
maybe you need to look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe there's something you do that you doing that
Maybe. I
it's
mean,
messed up.
I'm definitely not.
Or you just think you're just unfortunate.
I think it's a combination of both. I think that I picked people that I
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily the best fit for.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
also
yeah.
think that I'm not a perfect person. And like there are ways that I've shown up in a relationship that I could definitely evolve and improve on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the person that I went into a relationship with was a coworker. Don't do that, guys. Do not do that. And we were good for, I don't know, probably almost a year. And then with the pressures of being a full-time parent, being a full-time employee, working approximately 50 hours a week. I was working 4 shifts a week at that time,
Yeah.
and doing full-time hours in a master's program that was really
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
I told her I needed to back off of the seriousness of that relationship and kind of take it down a notch because it was too much for me, you know. And if we weren't like living in the same place, or she wasn't willing to make more sacrifices to like come to me, then truly the relationship probably would not have been successful because I just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
You know, and she was unhappy and I felt that. And I was just like, look, I think, you know, the right thing to do is kind of take it down a notch. We can have a more casual relationship if you want.
Yeah.
And so she agreed, right? Like, let's keep this more casual, whatever. And, you know, so we would have check-ins with each other over time. Like, I'd say we had like 30 check-ins. Like, hey, do you still like, you know, hanging out the way that we are? Do you want to pursue anything else? Do you want to get on the apps? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You know, and she always stated that she was happy with our arrangement and didn't want to change anything. She was good. Then I found out she was starting to behave in weird ways. And I had suspected cheating, but I tend to believe a person if I directly ask you, like, what is going on? Is this happening? And you tell me no, then I'm like, okay, the answer is no, until I have some concrete proof or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to have the difficult conversation with you, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, I found out she was cheating with one person for a period of about 3 months. And I suspect way before that on apps hooking up with people for, I don't know, the amount of time after. And I think that it was basically because, like, she wanted to be married. She told me when we met 2 years and then we have to be engaged and get married, or that's that. And so I honestly think that because I did not give her what she wanted, she was like, okay, well then I'm just going to go ham and I'm going to cheat and I'm going to do whatever I want behind your back because, you know, this is that. And like I always told her, if you're patient with me, you know, there's a chance that, you know, down the line we could be more committed. Engagement is a possibility, but like I need you to be understanding during this time period while I finish school.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, so she also cheated. We were coworkers, blew all that up, and then that ended terribly. And she lied about a bunch of other things. She got me fired from my job, and now we don't speak.
So what's your life now? You single or
I am.
you seeing someone?
I'm single. I have somebody that I talk to that is not in this city, which is actually probably ideal for me.
It's a long distance relationship.
Yeah. And she's great. Like we've kind of been through similar things. We're both nurses. We actually went to nursing school together. That's how we know each other.
Okay.
And I'm open to seeing where that goes, but I'm just chilling and working and schooling and being a parent,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's all we have. Erin, thanks for sharing your story. Man.
I got some stories.
Thank you for coming and sharing your stories with us. And like I say, you know, viewers, please like, share, and press that notification bell. Man, we still have some more stuff coming up or lined up. Thank you.
Thank you.